So let's look at the next page. So this is called the one-sided limits. We'll look at the definition first. Okay, so suppose we are trying to find the limit of f of x equals to square root x as x approaches 0. So when we see this symbol with a lim, right, with the number at the bottom, when you see this part, it already means we are finding limits from both sides, okay, left and right sides. The value of f of x is undefined on the left side of 0, meaning x is negative, right, less than 0. Therefore, we can only consider taking the limit from the one side which here is the right side, right? Because x, I cannot put x negative inside the square root, okay? So for question like this one, you can only take limit from one side. So we need a new symbol, right, to show the limit is only from one side. So here, if the value of x approaches a from the left, you can circle this one, right, or from the right, then the value f such that value of f of x is close to L. Then the symbol here, right, if you have an a with a little minus, it represents left side limit. We call that left limit, right? This one is called the right limit. And we can find the value from each side. Make sense? Okay, so let's look at an example, right? How to show left limit and right limit. So for the piecewise function, determine, here we have x approaching 3 from, which side is question A, Emily? Approaching 3 from left or right side?
From the right side.
Yes, okay, the little plus means the right hand side, okay? And question B is approaching 3 from the left hand side. So let's figure out the piecewise function first. Let's draw it out, okay? Do you remember how to draw piecewise functions? If you forgot, please raise your hand. Everybody remembers? Okay, so I'll let you draw this one, okay? After you got the picture, please raise your hand, okay? Draw the piecewise function. Anyone doesn't know how to draw?
I'll be honest, I'm a little confused.
Okay, yeah. So thanks for being honest, right? It's gonna help other people too. Okay, so here we have two pieces, right? This is piece 1, this piece 2. So you draw each piece together is called f of x, one single function. So for each piece, for example, piece 1, okay, I'll draw piece 1. It says that this line, right, this is a linear function. It only exists using x less than 3. So this part is called the domain. Okay. Okay, this is called the domain. So it says that it's on the left side of 3, right? Less than 3 means the left side. So 3 is like a stopping place for the line. So what you can do is you plug in 3 into the function first, Okay, so Joan, what happened when you plug in 3? What do you get?
5.
Yeah, okay, so that's a point, right? So 1, 2, 3, I go to x equal to 3, y is 5, okay? But then over there, I will put an empty circle instead because it doesn't have an equal sign. Make sense? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. And then we're gonna continue draw the line, okay? What you can do is you can plug in another point less than 3. Can you pick a point less than 3?
2.
Okay, what do you get?
3.
Okay, so I can go to 2 and go up to 3. So you get another point, right? If you like, you can plug in another one. What do you want to try?
1.
Okay, what do you get?
1.
Yeah, so I will have 1, 1. Do you start to see the pattern?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can continue draw the line. Or that's one way, right? You plug in points. Or you can look at this one is 2x minus 1. So you have a slope of
1.5.
mm,
Or wait. Oh my god, am I dying? No,
slopes.
yeah.
Hmm?
Um,
Look at it as this 2x minus 1. What's the slope?
wait, is it not 1/2? Wait, I'm confused.
No, slope y-intercept, right? Does it?
Oh, it's just, yeah, my bad. It's 2.
Yes, and
My
2
brain's not
tells you,
working.
yeah. So the slope is 2 means which way do you go?
Up to right one.
Or you can go
Down to
down.
left one?
Yeah, so you see the points follows that pattern, right?
Yes.
Down to left one, down to left one, right? So you just continue and then starting from x less than 3 and then draw the line. Okay, so that's our piece 1. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. And then we can draw the second piece, right? How about the rest of you? You haven't raised your hand yet. Are you done the graph or still working on? Anyone has trouble with the second piece? Anakin, what's the second piece look like?
I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Okay. Jeffrey, what's the second piece? Can you draw on the screen? Jeffrey,
Wait, how do you draw again?
the second piece. How do you draw? You go to the annotate. Do you see annotate on the top or?
No.
Uh, anybody know how to draw on the screen?
Yeah.
Where do you find that option?
Yeah, you go to the top.
Yeah.
It says you are viewing Jason Chang's screen, and then next to it, it says view options. And then you click
Wait,
view
where?
options, and then at the very bottom it says annotate.
Okay. Do you find it, Jeffrey?
No, I don't. Wait, where? We're on top?
The top. Go to the top, and then go to options.
I don't see it. Do I not have it? Wait, what?
Everybody should have it. Okay, Kelly, do you want to try drawing it? What's the second piece look like?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Mm. like
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Very good. So thank you. All right. So the it's a straight line, right? Because there's no variable, right? So it's a horizontal line. So think of second piece as y equal to -3, right? So it stays at -3, but then starting from x equal to 3, and then goes to the right side. Okay. Now let's think about the limits now, right? So this function is made up by two pieces, and we are finding left limit and right limit. We're starting from the right side, okay? Let me clear this annotation first. Okay. Right, so for the right side, so you look at x close to 3. Here is 3, right? The first piece is on the right hand side. So you look at the right side and get closer and closer to 3. Do you understand what I'm doing, right? First question is the right limit, meaning you walk towards 3 from the right side. But then the right side is the second piece, right? This is the right side. Right, because it's on the right side of the graph, right side of the 3. This is for the left side. Anyone has trouble identify left and right here? Okay, so use 3 as the center. The graph on the right side is the flat line, right? So you walk towards 3, and the y value is very close to what? Carrie, what's the y value for the right side?
-3.
Yeah, so the answer should be -3. Let's put it here. Okay, this is telling the answer from the graph. Okay, now from the graph, again, I want to walk on the left side. So the graph that's on the left side of 3 is the slanted line, right? So you have to make the arrow go up because I want to get closer and closer to 3. Remember the kite, right? On the x-axis, getting closer to 3, but then the kite is flying upwards, okay? So as we get closer to 3, what's the value for the y? Gina?
Is it 5?
Yeah, it will be getting closer and closer to 5. Even though it never reaches 5, but it will be close to 5. So when we get close to 5, we say the limit is 5. Understand? Okay, so those are the answer by reading from the graph. Okay, so we can find the answer by reading the graph. But then sometimes we don't have time to draw the piecewise since it takes so long, right, to just draw 2 pieces. Okay, so we also need to know how to find the graph. Okay, find the limit without using the graph. So let's take a look. How do we do that? So we start by thinking about x approaching 3 from the right side. So that means x should be a little bit bigger than 3. Okay, Jeffrey, can you give me a value that's a little bit bigger than 3?
3? 4?
A little bit bigger.
3.2?
Yeah, 3.2. Can you give me something even closer?
3.1?
Yeah, okay. If I want, I can also do 3.01, right? So you think about 3.01. Is that less than 3 or bigger than 3? Gina?
Bigger.
Yeah, so that will belong to which piece, Gina?
The right one.
Yeah, the right side, right? Bigger than 3 is the second piece. So that's how you choose the piece, right? So you look at the question. You see that it's a little bit bigger than 3. Then you look at the domain. Bigger than 3, it belongs to the second one. So therefore, you choose the piece and you write down the piece. The piece here we have is -3. Okay, this is your first step. Without drawing any graph, we can pick the piece. Okay, and then to find the limit, because there is no x value to sub in, right? So the answer is just equal to -3, which matches our graphing answer. Make sense so far? Right, because when we did the previous page, we could also find the limit by subbing in value. Remember example 1? I can find -2 if I just plug in 1, right? I plug 1 into it, I can get -2. Only if it's not undefined, right? Then I can do that. If it's undefined, I have to use table. If it's okay to plug it in, I just plug it in, okay? So let's go to the B now, question B. So it's approaching 3 from the left side. So we need a number that's a little bit smaller than 3. Emily, what number is smaller than 3?
2.9.
0.9? A little bit smaller though. Smaller than 3.
2.999.
2.9. Okay, I probably only heard the 0.9. Okay, 2.9. So 2.9 is less than 3. So it belongs to the first piece. So when you show work, you just write down the same thing, approaching 3 from the left side, and then you write down the piece that you picked. Okay? Once you determine the piece, then you just plug in the number. Okay? You plug in 3. You don't plug in 3, you don't plug in 2.9. Okay? So the little minus is just to help you determine which piece to use. But when you try to find limit, you plug in the 3. Okay, so 3 plug it in, you get 5. So this answer, once it matches our answer from the reading the graph. Anyone has question here? Okay, you have to ask me, okay, then I can explain more. Otherwise, I will assume you got it. Okay? Right, so I would like you to try question 2 without drawing the graph yet, okay? Because this one has 5 pieces. Well, we won't do the graph first. I want you to try to find the limit using like by hands, okay? So if you look at question A, does it tell you left side or right side, Anakin?
Can you say that again?
For question A, does it tell you to find limit from the left side or the right side? How do you know if it's looking for limit from left side or right side?
I'm not sure.
Jeffy?
Could you repeat the question?
Was it cutting off?
For me it was. I don't think it stopped. I think it's my internet.
Okay, so my question is, can you tell the question we wanted from the left side or the right side? Does it ask for left limit or right limit?
No, because it
Doesn't
doesn't
tell
have the
you,
plus
tell.
or the minus next to the 3.
Yeah, you need to know, you need to see the little plus or little minus, right? So it didn't show you little minus or plus. So that means you need to find both sides, okay? So each of the question below, you need to find the left side, okay? And you also need to find the right side. Okay, so you need to find both. If they match each other, then the limit will exist, okay? Okay, so you guys try it. Just do question A first, okay? If you can get question A, then you can move on to B. When you finish A, please raise your hand. If you don't know what to do, you also let me know, okay? Now help you to start. So this one question includes both sides, okay? Because it did not indicate left side limit or right side limit. Okay, Kelly, what's your left limit?
I have no idea what's going on, but I got 2.
Okay. How about your right limit?
I also got 2.
Okay. And Jesse, what about your left?
I got the same thing.
Right side?
Same thing as well.
Okay. Anyone has no idea what's going on? Let me know if you don't know how to start, okay? At least I can help you get started.
I don't know how to
Okay,
start.
very good. Okay, and thanks for letting me know. Okay, so Gina, how to start is you look at the limit first, right? Left side, -3 with a little minus, that means left side. So Gina, can you tell me a number that is a little bit smaller than -3?
Oh, negative 2.99.
Is that smaller than -3?
Oh wait, negative 1 point. Wait,
We want smaller, more smaller than -3 though.
oh, negative 4.
Yeah, -4 is smaller, but I want just a little bit smaller than -3.
Negative 3.1.
Yes, very good. Okay, now you look at the domain. Domain is this part. -3.1. Which domain does it fit inside? Is it the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, or the fifth one?
The first one.
Very good. So that's how you pick the piece. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
a little bit smaller than -3, which is -3.1, is in between -7 and 0. So we know the piece, the kite is flying, is on this one. Okay. So your right limit, x approaching -3 from the left, and then you fill in the function. Got it so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Once you figure out the piece, you just plug in -3.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
get? What do you get?
Hold on.
Yep.
Two.
Yeah, so -3 plus 5, which will be 2. Understand now?
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Remember to ask me questions, okay? At the same time, you are helping other people too, okay? Because other people, maybe they thought they are doing it right, right? If you finish, also the right hand limit, please raise your hand. So you always start by picking a number closer, like close to -3 from one side. Remember, this topic is called one-sided limit. So we're looking at one side at a time. Anakin, do you understand now?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember to raise your hand if you finished question
Okay.
8. Okay, Leon, do you have any question?
No.
Are you almost done?
Oh, I forgot to raise my hand.
Okay, yeah. I thought you are still working on it. Okay, so Leon, can you tell me for the right-hand limit, which piece do you pick?
The same one.
The same one. Okay, so that will be x plus 5. So the answer will be
Also 2.
also 2. Okay, now because the left limit and right limit, they match each other. So just like in the previous page, right? Example 1 and 2, if the left limit, right limit, they're both approaching the same place, then the limit will exist, okay? So over here, they both equal to 2. So your final answer for the question will be 2. That's your answer, okay? So if they did not tell you to check left or right side, you have to do it by yourself first. Make sure if they are the same. If they are different, then you will say D and E for the final answer. If they are the same, then you write down the same value. Make sense? Okay, so please do question B by yourself now. Same thing, it needs you to do both sides. If you finish question B, C, D, okay, I'll give you, like, you can try all 3 questions now. Once you finish, right, raise your hand. Left side, right side, okay, for each of the 3 questions here. And same thing, if you still get stuck, please ask me, okay? I'll help you get started. Please raise your hand if you finish all 3, B, C, D. Remember to raise your hand. Anyone got stuck? Anyone has questions? Okay, let's start with Nicole. Can you tell me your answer for B, left side?
I got 5.
Right side?
I got 0.
Okay, so left and right, they don't equal, then you will say the final answer is,
I don't really know what I was gonna ask you about, like how to write the final answer. If it was
so if the left limit and right limit, they don't match, just like the last page, the left limit is 0, right limit is 1, then you will say DNE. Doesn't exist, okay?
okay.
Yeah, DNE. Okay. If the question doesn't say left or right side, then you still do left and right just to make sure they match. Okay. If they don't match, your answer is DNE. If they match, then you write down the same value as your final answer. Okay, let's check another answer. Okay. Jeffy, what about your B? Do you have the same?
I also have 5 and 0, and also limit DNE.
Yeah, DNE. Okay. Anyone got different? Okay, so let's quickly go through this one. Okay, 0 from the left side, so you can pick like negative 0.1, negative 0.1, so that will be the first piece, right? X plus 5. And then you plug in 0, then will give you 5. Okay, right hand side, you can pick 0.1. 0.1, it belongs to which piece? John. For the right hand side, which piece would you pick?
I picked the one where it was the in between 0 and 4, so negative x.
Yeah, very good. Okay, and then you plug in 0, you get 0. All right. So they don't equal, so your final answer should be DNE. Let's go to question C. Jeffrey, what's your answer for C, the left side?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's this way anymore after B.
Okay, what do you have then?
I have -4.
And right side?
Also -4.
Okay, so they both match, so your answer is
-4.
-4. Let's see if you get the piece right, okay? So for the left side of 4, what's the function you picked?
-4.1. A
Little
what?
smaller than 4. What's the number smaller than 4? A little bit smaller.
3.9.
Yeah, so which piece does it belong to? The first piece, second piece, third piece, fourth piece, fifth piece.
Third one.
Third one, right? So what do you put inside the function?
4 or -4.
Negative x.
X, so 4.
Yeah, right? And then you plug in 4. Plugging 4, it will be -4. You are correct. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Lex, how about you? Do you have the same answer for the right side piece?
Yeah.
Okay. So right hand side, a little bit bigger than 4, so like 4.1. 4.1 belongs to which piece? Lex? What's the function?
X minus 8.
Yes, this one you'll be using x minus 8, and in plugging 4, 4 minus 8 is negative 4. So that's also correct. They both match, so negative 4. So even though they both reach negative 4, but they got it from different function. Okay, they are flying on different graph. Emily, do you have questions? You haven't raised your hand yet. Emily?
I'm just trying to figure out D, but other than that, I'm fine.
Okay, the other two you're fine. Okay, let's go through D with you then. Okay, for the left side of 6, what's the function that you picked?
I didn't pick one.
Nah, okay. Then how come? You don't know how to pick, or
No, because it's 6.1, right?
we're doing left side, left side. Left side of,
Oh. Would it be negative, not negative, x minus 8?
yes. Because it's like 5.9, right? Use 5.9. So the answer should be what?
I have negative 2.
Yeah, negative 2 is correct, right? You plug in 6, 6 minus 8. Now, what about the right-hand side?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't find anything that really fits.
What do you think, Leon? What do you have for the right-hand side?
I didn't find anything.
Because?
Because on the right hand side, it's like it has to be greater than 6, but there's nothing greater than 6 in the
Very good.
piecewise.
So what do you think the answer for this?
D and E.
D and E, that's correct, because there's not even a path, not even a function for the kite to fly. Get it? Right? So if the question only asks for right side, answer is D and E. If the question only asks for left side, it's negative 2. Right? You could have answer for one side. Right? But if they ask for both sides, do they match for these two? Jeffrey? Does the left
No.
side and right side match? So if they don't match, what do you say the final answer?
D and E.
D and E as well. Okay? So it depends on what they ask you, right? In the homework, sometimes they ask the combined. Sometimes they only ask for one side. So make sure you read the question, right? If they ask for only one side, you don't need to do the other side. Are we good? Okay. Right. So let's skip the piecewise graph. Okay. I think we have time for, we have other example that has the pieces. Okay. On the next page, I want you to try with reading the graph. So please go to one more page. Okay. So over here we have a theorem. Okay. It's saying that if the limit x approaching a equals to L, which means the limit exists. Okay, you can circle that, limit exists. If it has a value comes out, it means limit exists. Okay, if and only if, which means they equal each other. Okay, when you see limit exists, it means the left limit, right? You see a little minus. This means the left limit equals the right limit. Right limit. So which works back and forth. You can draw a double arrow on both sides. Okay. So limit exists means left equal to the right. Left equal to the right also means the limit exists. So make sure you check both sides. Okay, so this sentence is very important. We'll all repeat this together. So please turn on your mic now. Okay, everyone turn on your mic. Okay, so we'll all repeat this together. Limit exists.
Limit
Exists.
Left limit equal to right limit.
Left limit equals to right limit.
Limit.
Yeah, very good. Left limit equal to right limit
Left
Left limit
limit
equal to
equals
right
to right
limit.
limit.
means limit exists.
Means limit
Limit
exists.
exists.
Okay, all right, very good. So let's try this out, right? So if I want to find the limit, you check left side and right side. Only if they both equal to the same value, then you will say limit exists. Otherwise, you just say D and E. So there are a couple questions here. Let's look at the graph. On the x-axis, instead of value, I give you A, B, 0, C, D. Those are the x value, these ones. A, B, 0, C, D. And then on the y values, we have the M, the 0, the N. Okay? So we're using these, the graph to find the answer. Okay? So I'll do maybe 2 questions for you to help you. Okay? So for example, question A, f of A, right? It doesn't mention about limit, so you are just finding the point. So who can tell me the point for f of A? Anyone?
0?
0, okay? So you look at x is A, and then you're looking for the y value. The y value here, you see I'm circling, the y value is 0, so you answer 0. So for the f of something, for question A to E, you are looking for the exact point. You are not looking for limit. Okay, there's a difference. Exact point means you are right on it. Okay, but limit is where you are getting closer to. Okay, so it's different. All right, let me erase that circle. Okay, and then let's pick another question. Let's say I want to do question question M. Okay, let's pick M. So limit x approaching 0 from the which side, Jeffrey?
Right side.
Yeah, right side. Approaching M, approaching 0 from the right side. So 0 is right in the center, right? And then you want to be very close to 0 from the right side. So you look at the graph that's on the right side of 0 will be here. So you go down, it will be here. And you are getting closer to, you see the arrow that I'm drawing, right? It's heading upwards. So you look at that value. So the y value is getting closer and closer to what, Gina?
0.
Yes, okay. So the right limit of the graph approaching 0 from the right side is 0. Okay, so that's how you do limit and the point. Okay, so I would like you, all of you, to try this, all these questions. Give you about 5 minutes, and then we'll go over the answers. Okay, when you finish, please raise your hand.
Wait, Jason, I have a question about the graph.
Yep.
At D, is there an asymptote?
Yeah, you treat this like asymptote. Okay,
Okay.
so you will be using infinity.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean, how would we look at the limits then?
It's same thing. If it's still going from the left side or right side, right? Left
Oh,
side,
okay, yeah.
right side of D. Okay.
Okay,
But the
thank you.
answer could be positive infinity or negative infinity.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the answer on this page, right? All the limit answer, they are all talking about y values.
Oh, okay.
We are finding
Yeah.
y values. The kite.
Yeah.
Kite is the y.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can think of it as 3 questions in a package, right? FGH is 1 pack, right? LNN is 1 package. These are 1 package. Raise your hand if you finished.
Jason,
Yes, Nicole.
I don't really understand this
Which
graph.
one?
Pardon?
Which part do you don't understand?
Like I don't understand the graph. Like I don't understand.
I also don't get it.
Okay. How about the last question? Last question, do you get it?
Yeah, I just don't know how to look at the graph. Like, I don't know.
You could use this one. Use example 1. I'll try to explain to you here. Okay. So for example, if you want to get a graph for answer for A, right? Question 1A. It's approaching 3 from which side? Gina, Nicole?
Wait, can you say that again? It cut out for me.
Okay, question 1A.
Yeah.
It's approaching 3 from which side?
The right?
The right side, right?
Yeah.
You use 3 as the center, and then you look at the graph. Think about which graph is close to 3 on the right side. Right? On the right side of 3, the graph is the horizontal line. Agree? Nicole?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you pick the graph. First, you have to pick the piece, right? You have 2 pieces here. You need to make sure which one we want to use. So if it's the right side, you pick the horizontal one. If it's the left side, you pick the slanted one. Make sense? Okay. Nicole, Gina?
Yeah.
Okay. Once you decided the piece, then you just think about the y value, because we are looking for y value when we are finding limits. So for the right side, it's just keep on approaching negative 3 for the y. So that's why the answer is negative 3. And then for the left side, you are going upwards, right? So it's getting closer to 5. So the answer is 5. Make sense?
I think so.
Cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need to understand number 1. Then all the other graphs are similar. So let's look at another example, okay? So for example, I want to do, let's say I want to do question I, okay? Let's go over I together, okay? Gina, Nicole?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for question I, are we approaching B from the left side or right side?
The left.
Left side, right, Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay, so you look at B as the center. You see I'm drawing a red line. This is the center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so which graph is on the left side of the red line?
A.
Yeah, I'll use the green, right? This green graph is on the left side. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to get closer to B from the left. So I will be drawing arrow downwards. Make sense?
Yes.
Because it's trying to get closer and closer to B. So what's happening to the Y value?
It's going down.
Yeah, going down, and it's getting closer and closer to what value? The values on the Y are n, the 0, the n. Which one is it getting closer to?
It's
The N.
Yeah.
The n, yeah, very good. Okay, because it's going down towards n. So the answer will be n. Understand now?
Yes, I think so.
Right? You are just trying to find where the kite is flying, right? The kite is the y value, is flying downwards. Okay? And then on the right side, so let's erase the green line now. Okay? So the right side of the B will be this graph. Do you see the green one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right? Are you thinking the same place? Right? And then now we want to get closer to B from the right side, so I'll draw arrow like that. Right? Getting closer to B. So what happened to the Y?
It's still going down.
Yeah, and it's going down closer and closer to what?
N.
We're trying to get to B though. N is very low, right?
Oh, 0.
Yes, okay, so the answer, you can only get to 0. There's no way to get close to N. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you just look at if we are very, very close to B for the X, what happened to the Y? The Y will be very, very close to a place as well. So they have to both approaching the same place. Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and then now I and J, do they match?
No.
No, right? So for question K, you will say what?
The D and E.
Yeah, does not exist. Okay, so that's a package, right? So you finish the 3 questions, you finish 2 questions so you can make a conclusion. Okay, everyone, how's everyone else doing? If you finish all the questions, please raise your hand. Okay, Jesse, what do you think so far? Are we, is there anything at school that we didn't cover, like for the limit part? Jesse?
Wait, did you say Jesse or Jeffy?
Jesse.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Compared to the school, is there anything that we cover so far that school hasn't did not cover, or any difference?
The floor one, the what's it called? Floor function.
What function?
Yeah.
That's
And yeah, we just go like at school, I think she just wants to cover stuff more quickly, but like so we get the general idea, but this one's more in depth. Like we
okay.
got
Did you also try to get limit from reading the graph too?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So far, I only have 5 people raising their hand. Okay. How's the rest of you? Doing all right? Anyone has questions? Okay, Nicole, how about can you tell me the BCDE, your answer for BCDE?
For B I got 0.
Mm-hmm.
For C I got N. Oh wait, no. For C I got 0, and then for D I got N. Wait, D and E. Wait. That's C, so that's N. N. Sorry.
Is it like that?
0, 0, and N.
No,
Yeah.
0, and N. How about question E?
Oh, me.
Yeah, yeah.
For E, D, I got D and E.
E and
Well,
E. Okay, is
oh,
it?
for C, I got 0.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. The letters are confusing. Yeah. Okay, let's erase this one. Anyone has something different for A to E?
Wait, f of c, I got n.
F of C is N. Okay, so like here.
Yeah.
Anything else?
F of b,
Mm-hmm.
I got m.
You got N.
No,
Okay.
m
M.
for mother goose.
Okay, mother.
Yeah.
Okay, John, how about you?
For F0, I think I got 0. I'm honestly not sure. I'm very confused now.
Okay. Anything else?
Mine mostly lines up with Jesse's, I think, or the green one, except for the F of B.
Okay, let's go over A to E first. Okay. All right, so we might go a little bit over time today. Okay, so let's finish this together. So F of A, we got this together, right? We're looking for points here. F of A is 0. We got that one agreed together. Right? F of B, if you look at B, let me erase the red line. Okay, F of B, because it's empty here, right? Also empty down there. So there's no points there. So the Y value doesn't exist there. However, the point is up here. You see a black dot there. So answer should be M. Okay, so now this one. You're looking for the Y value, and the Y value only happens at M. And similar for F of 0, means x is 0. When x equal to 0 is empty here, right? The point is up here. So answer should be M. Okay, so now these two. Okay, F of C, the Y value is down here. So answer should be N. Are we good? Okay, F of D is an asymptote line, right? Completely empty. So there's no value, so that one's correct. Okay, D and E. Okay, now let's look at the limits now. Emily, do you have the answer for FGH?
I have 0 all the way.
0 all the way. Okay, so let's quickly check that. Approaching A from the left, so look at how I draw the arrow, okay? Approaching A from the left will be going downwards. So answer is 0, you're correct. Approaching A from the right, so it'll be going upwards. Also 0. So they match, so equal to 0. Okay? Let's look at L and N. Okay, Anakin, do you have answer for L and N?
I don't really know how to do it.
Okay, let's go through this one together. Okay,
Okay.
need to make sure you know before you let you go work on your own, right? So approaching question L, we are approaching 0 from which side?
From left?
Which side?
Left side, huh?
Left side. Okay, so x equal to 0 is here, right? Left side will be this line. Do you see the red I'm drawing?
Yeah.
Right, so it's approaching 0 on from the left side. So the Y value is getting higher or lower?
Higher?
Higher, approaching which value?
M?
Yeah, so the answer is M. Okay, we
Mm.
are looking for the Y when X is getting close to 0. Okay? Understand? Okay.
Kinda.
Okay, and then from the right side, we did it already, right? From the right side, look at the arrow. Approaching 0 from the right side, it will be going up, right? So it'll be getting closer to 0.
Mhm.
They don't match, so D and E.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think so.
Yeah. Lex, how about you? OPQ.
For O it's N.
N.
For P it's also N.
Okay.
So Q is N.
Okay. Q is N. Okay. So let's look at why it works like that, right? Approaching C. So learn from the arrow. Okay. Approaching C from the left side, the arrow looks like this. Left side. So goes down to N. Right side will be here. Okay. So they both match. So equal to N. So these are all good. Okay. N, N, N. Okay. Approaching D. Okay. Kelly, what's your RST?
My RS, I just have D and E for all three of them.
You have what for all
D
three?
and E, D and E.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, this one you could have more detail to it. Okay. You think about approaching D from the left side, it will be going upwards, right? And it never stops, and it's going up forever. Up is positive, so we can write positive infinity.
Oh, okay.
Okay. DNE also work, but sometimes if you are able to give it more detail, then you write with the infinite. Okay. And then from the right side, approaching from the right side will be going down. So what do you think we put there?
Negative infinity?
Yeah, negative infinity. Now for question T, is trying to see if we match left and right side. Do they match?
No.
Yeah, so this one you have to write DNE. Okay, you cannot write infinity for this one. Okay, do we have questions here? Okay, I think we should stop here now. Okay, so later I will upload the, just like I said at the beginning. Okay, I'll be posting the both answer key and the homework, and then you have to show the homework still. Okay, upload the pictures later, and then if you have question about today's lesson, you can stay after. Okay, ask me any page on this today's lesson. Okay, if you don't have question, then I'll see you next week. Are we good?
Thank you.
Okay, you're
Bye
welcome.
bye.
Thanks,
Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good weekend. Bye bye.